The Noisy Neighbors Funny Kids Song. Hey there! Welcome to our channel where we bring you the funniest kids songs and stories. So make sure to like this video, share with your friends and subscribe so you never miss any of our new releases. And let's jump right into today's story, The Noisy Neighbors. Once upon a time in a bright and sunny village nestled between rolling hills and sparkling rivers, there lived a boy and a girl who were known throughout the neighborhood as a singing duo. They loved to burst into song at every given opportunity, filling the air with their joyful tunes and contagious laughter. One particularly beautiful day, as a boy and a girl were playing in their front yard, an idea struck them. Why not sing as loud as they could and see how it sounded? Excited by the prospect of a little friendly chaos, they turned to each other with mischievous grins and exclaimed in unison, "Let's sing super loud today." The girl giggled at the idea, her eyes twinkling with delight. "Louder than the birds, louder than the dogs, let's try!" she shouted back. And without further ado, the two friends joined hands and began to belt out a tune at the top of their lungs. 1, 2, 3, sing! They sang together in perfect harmony, their voices echoing through the peaceful streets of their neighborhood. All of a sudden, the cartoonish windows of a nearby house began to shake violently, indicating that the inhabitants were not pleased with the commotion. But the boy and the girl continued to sing and dance merrily, completely oblivious to the grumpy neighbor behind the curtain. As the song came to an end, they noticed a face peering out from behind the window and beckoned for them to come closer. "What do you want?" asked the girl with a puzzled expression. The neighbor leaned out of the window with a cartoonish exaggerated voice and said, "Shh, you are too loud. I can't hear my favorite soap opera now," he exclaimed dramatically. The boy and the girl burst into laughter at the comical figure before them. "But we just wanted to see what it felt like to sing really loud," said the girl between giggles. The neighbor looked at them for a moment, a faint smile tugging at the corners of his mouth. He shook his head and retreated back into his home. Determined to have some more fun, the boy and the girl decided to pay a visit to their animal friends in the nearby farm field. As they skipped along the paths, they sang and danced, their laughter mingling with the gentle breeze. Upon reaching the field, they were greeted by a chorus of moos and baas from the resident cows and sheep. "Oh, hello there, Bessie," called out the boy waving to a cow. "Look, she wants us to sing for her," he added with a grin. The girl nodded in agreement and they launched into a rousing rendition of Moo, Ba, La. The cows and sheep, initially curious about the noise, soon covered their ears and tried to escape the onslaught of sound. One particularly timid sheep even fainted dead away only to be revived by the sight of a tasty tuft of grass. As the animals slowly began to wander away, the boy and the girl erupted into fits of laughter. The image of the sheep running in slow motion while holding its sides was just too much for them to bear. "Even the animals think we're crazy," the girl exclaimed between bouts of laughter. Suddenly, a group of chickens squawked and flew towards them, flapping their wings and pecking their heads. Alarmed, the boy and girl took off running, their laughter echoing across the countryside. They dodged hay bales and leaped over fences, all the while singing at the top of their lungs. "We're the noisy kids. We sing all day. If you don't like it, just run away," they sang in unison, their voices carrying over the clucking of the chickens. As the sun began its slow descent towards the horizon, the boy and girl decided to call it a day. They sat on a nearby tree, their bodies aching from a day of non-stop singing and frolicking. The girl leaned against the trunk of the tree and sighed contentedly. "I think I need a nap," she murmured. The boy nodded in agreement. Just then, their grumpy neighbor from earlier approached them, a faint smile gracing his lips. "Well, hello there," he said in a surprisingly friendly tone. The boy and girl exchanged surprised glances. They had expected another scolding, not a friendly conversation. "You know," the neighbor continued, "your singing is not as bad as I thought it would be. In fact, it's kind of fun." He chuckled at his own joke and ruffled the girl's hair. She blushed at the unexpected compliment and the boy puffed out his chest proudly. "We knew you'd like it," he said with a grin. The neighbor shook his head in amusement and walked away, leaving the children to their laughter and games. As the sky blazed with hues of orange and purple, the boy and girl continued to sing and play. They knew that their loud songs might not always be welcome, but they also understood that music had the power to bring people together. Even the grumpy neighbor had cracked a smile at their antics. With renewed vigor, they burst into another lively tune, their voices ringing out across the valley. "We love to sing, we love to play, and we love to make our voices heard all day long," they sang in harmony, their laughter echoing through the twilight hours. The boy and the girl continued to fill their days with music and merriment, spreading joy and laughter wherever they went. And though their neighbors might have occasionally grumbled about the noise, they secretly couldn't help but smile at the infectious enthusiasm of the singing duo. After all, a little bit of noise never hurt anyone, and the sound of children's laughter and song was a melody that echoed happily ever after. So there you have it, the hilarious tale of the boy, the girl and their noisy adventures in the village. We hope you enjoyed this fun-filled story as much as we enjoyed bringing it to you. Remember, music and laughter are the universal language of joy. So spread happiness wherever you go and never stop singing at the top of your lungs, just like our spirited young friends. Now it's time for you to join the fun. Don't forget to hit that like button if you had a blast watching this video. Share it with your friends so they can join in on the laughter. And if you haven't already, subscribe to our channel and ring the notification bell to never miss out on our wacky tales and songs. We've got a whole library of fun-filled stories waiting for you. So keep exploring and let the magic of storytelling fill your days with wonder and delight. Thanks for joining us on this wild ride. Keep being you and we'll catch you next time with another side-splitting adventure. Until then, stay awesome and keep on laughing.